Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you tonight for, it's going to be for an album review, and this is for the first album for the Marathon Studio albums for the band Halestorm and their self-titled album that came out back in 2009 that I'm going to be reviewing. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for this album and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this review. And I was actually starting eating right now, my dinner and all that. So yeah, I'm probably gonna finish eating it after I'm done with this video. But yeah, because I am getting a little hungry. But still, I really did think this album was pretty good. Um, and It's Not You was clearly not the best opening track in my personal opinion, but it did alright. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. It's not a bad song. I Get Off really brings the record back into motion where it's sounding really good. And Lizzie Hale's vocals is so good in this album. She really lets loose with her potential in this album. And Bet You Wish You Had Me Back was very outstanding song. It's mostly about relationships and all that. Love loss relationship or breakup relationship kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's a relationship kind of songs and all that that she's talking about. Innocence was very good. Familiar Taste of Poison, I really enjoyed. I'm Not an Angel was a very good song, but I really did like What Were You Expecting. I love the heavy guitar work in that song and the drum work. It sounds really good. And Love, Hate, Heartbreak was another least favorite of mine, in my opinion. But it wasn't bad. It didn't do too bad, so that's not a terrible thing if you think about it. And yeah, it's not a terrible thing. And yeah, I do have to shave, so it's been quite a bit since I shaved. I'm gonna be shaving, I think, in probably tomorrow at least, because I'm just gonna be busy the rest of the night, I think. Um, yeah, Better Sorry Than Safe was a pretty outstanding song. I really liked it. Um, I don't know, there's Better Sorry Than Safe song. There's something about it that really got me interested in it. Mostly the melody, but still, it was a really awesome track. So was Dirty Work. I really liked that one. And Nothing to Do with Love was a pretty banger of a song. Um, Lizzie Hale's vocals in most of this album is pretty awesome. So it's not that disappointing. And sorry, this cat is messing, wagging her tail uh, on my laptop or whatever. So I'm like, what the fuck? I just don't want her to press any buttons with her tail, and then it completely ruins the video. But yeah, Tell Me Where It Hurts was another good. Well, it wasn't a bad song. I was about to say good song. Um, it's not a bad song. Conversation Over was really good, and so was Dirty Mind. So, pretty much, this was a pretty good album. I wouldn't call it the best album, but it is a very good album, I guess you could say. Execution wise, it did pretty good. Um, Production wise, it was structured very well. A few songs probably could have been tweaked a little bit, in my opinion. But for what it is, I guess it's a pretty good album. Well, I wouldn't say guess. I would say it is a pretty good album. It is pretty heavy. I love the guitar work and the drum work in most of this album. And Lizzie Hale's vocal range is from high to really high, and it sounds really good. The one song I really liked by them, but I never heard the album, which was Into the Wildlife album, and that song that I was thinking about was I Am the Fire. I thought that was a killer song. Even though there was some production work I wasn't sure if I was crazy about. But I'd have to hear the song again, see what I think of it. But I will be reviewing that album on Monday, Into the Wildlife. So, yeah, overall, I think Halestorm's self-titled album was a pretty good album. I highly recommend you check it out if you haven't listened to it yet. It came out back in 2009, so it's been about, I think 12 years old now. So it's over a decade old. But I enjoyed it for what it was. Ugh, I'm getting a little tired, sorry. This is probably going to be the last video for the night that I do. I didn't make too many videos today because there wasn't really a lot to listen to that I was interested in for new music. But first score, I'm going to give Halestorm's self-titled album, the 2009 album, an 8.5 out of 10. This was a pretty good album. Highly recommend you check it out if you haven't listened to it. And yeah, I definitely see myself returning to this, probably even purchasing it in due time. I don't know when, but there's actually going to be a re-review for the album Vicious that I'm going to be re-reviewing. It's going to be on September 2nd. That will be the last album I review for Halestorm's discography, because they're now saying that their new album's not coming out till next year. So I'm like, that's fine. Probably going to be early next year, or whenever they get around to it. They just released a new single like over a week ago, which was Back from the Dead. So yeah, I'm interested to hear how the 5th studio album's gonna sound. And yeah, comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Marathon Studio album review I did for Halestorm's 2009 album, the self-titled album, if you've heard it. And if you like this album review that I made for you guys tonight, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can support the channel. Sorry that I said new. I'm getting my words mixed around. But I will be returning to you tomorrow for the next Halestorm album review. It's probably going to be tomorrow night, I think. I don't know for sure, but I'll keep you guys updated on when I'm going to do it. Ugh. And sorry for my yawning. This day was not bad, but it wasn't a bad Friday. It's just this week kind of bombed where I was like really pissed off because my phone got messed up, and I'm gonna have to deal with a certain phone company place to get it replaced. So yeah, lots of shit's happening with me, but hopefully it gets resolved, because I don't want to be without a phone for a while. I have a phone, but it's not a very good one, but I gotta make do with it, because a phone's a phone, and if you don't have anyone to call with a phone, then you're fucked. But I hope you did enjoy this album review for Halestorm's self-titled album. I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. Definitely stay safe. Take care. Hopefully you enjoyed this review, this Marathon Studio album review for the first one. And I'll see you tomorrow in my next video.